Now think about propane, right? Propane is like this, right? This is propane. So C3H8, propane. Remember, if we take one hydrogen off, it becomes propyl. Now there's a trick to this. You can remove hydrogen from the first carbon, or you can remove hydrogen from the second carbon, right? Of course, when you remove from this will be considered as first carbon, so two choices. So CH3, CH2, CH2, right? This is the first alternative. The second one would be CH3, CH with a free position, CH3. This is the second alternative. So both of them are propyl groups. This becomes propyl group. This in turn, since you're removing from the middle carbon, this becomes isopropyl group. Isopropyl, because you're removing the hydrogen from the second carbon, and this is very important to remember, propyl and isopropyl groups. What happens with butyl then? Butane, right? Butane is like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons, right? This is butane. Now think about it. If we remove hydrogen from the first one, so I'm going to call this first, second and third positions, right? So from the first one, if hydrogen is removed, let me just write the hydrogens first. Right? First position, this is known as, that will be known as N-butyl. N-butyl. Okay, let me write it again. N-butyl. Now, if we remove from the second one, right, what you have is a carbon that is attached to, or that is bonded to, two carbon atoms, right? So that will be known as a secondary butyl, or more popularly secondary butyl. Secondary butyl. What if we remove the hydrogen from the third carbon? Also results in a alkyl group that has carbon. Okay, so what if you remove this one, right? Or this one, doesn't matter, whichever hydrogen. You will result in a carbon that has a free position, and that carbon is bound to two other carbons, this one and this one. That also results in a secondary butyl. Now, another feature here is that you can have a butyl that looks like this, or you can have a butane for that matter that looks like this, right? CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, or first let's say CH3. Let's talk about just the butane first, right? So this is an isobutyl, right? Because your carbons are all here, right? This is an isobutyl. So now if you, and this, there is a carbon CH3 here. Now if you remove this one, right, you will get CH3, CH, CH3. Understand the parenthesis? CH2 with a free position, right? So this is isobutyl because it is forming from isobutane, right? Isobutyl. Now there could be another feature or another situation. So I'm going to call this 1. Another situation if you remove hydrogen from this case. What you then have is CH3, C, free position, CH3, CH3, right? This is a free position. This is tertiary butyl. Tertiary butyl. Why? Because here is a carbon that is attached to or that is bond to three different carbons. So this is a tertiary carbon. Tertiary carbon. Right? So this is a tertiary butyl or a tert butyl is what they call. Okay? Very important to understand alkyl groups.